Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Welcome back to a new video, and I hope you all had an amazing 4th of July. I know we did. It was a blast. Had so many people in the house. It was nuts. It was such a great time, such a fun time celebrating our nation's independence. It was a great day. So with that said, my wife is at home nursing her hangover, and of course me. No one has ever seen me drunk. It's never happened. No one's ever seen it, and no one ever will, because I keep my wits about me so I can video everyone else doing incredibly stupid stuff. It's amazing the videos I have amassed on my phone.
Whatever you guys see that OC Motivator did to me, one day,
where did Brad get a marker
it'll be
from?
payback to him.
No, look behind you. Look the other direction.
What the f***? What the f*** did you do?
It's artistic, man. Oh,
It matches my shirt.
It matches your shirt. Which has been a tremendous tribute to me being able to pretty much get anybody to do anything I want them to do just by simply reminding them of the time that they did stupid crap while they were drinking. Anyways, not the subject of the video, but I do hope everybody had a great day yesterday. And today we're going to talk about the video that's all over the internet, but it's not getting out to everybody. I know this much because I've asked a few people about it. They have not seen this, so I thought I need to bring it to you all, and I want to pose a question. First, I want to analyze the video. I want to give kudos to the kid or the guy that took this video, because it's not even a car channel that he put it on. He was simply out and about and saw the Dodge Charger Daytona EV Scat Pack out in the wild with a manufacturer plate on it, a test vehicle, and thought, I'm gonna go shoot a video. No camouflage on it other than an inch thick layer of dirt and dust from being sitting out in the weather, I guess. But he walked up on this thing and shot a walk around video, which I think is probably the best video I've seen so far of this car. And I think we can at least have a conversation about this thing at this point to, I don't know, maybe make some decisions together. And I want to pose some questions to you. But first, let's go ahead and play the video, and I will narrate over it. But go watch his video if you'd like. He narrates over it, but I want to share just my thoughts as I watch this and see if you agree with me. And I want you to comment below and just tell me what you think about this car. And at the end, I will pose a question to you all and walk you down a path and see if maybe there might be some open-mindedness here. I don't know. I don't even know how I feel completely, but let's go ahead and put this video up on the screen. All right, so let's take a look at this thing. This is the rear end of it, and I'm going to reserve my judgment. This is the side view, and then when he puts the camera up against the window, you see a ejector seat button. It's a big yellow box with a red button. I'm going to guess that is a cutoff switch, because in case this thing starts to short out or have issues, the test driver can just shut it off instantly. You can tell it's a Scat Pack. It's got the big brakes on it, because remember, they say this thing's going to be 5,800 pounds, so they're going to need to stop it. There's the rear end. Definitely some changes, a lot of changes from the concept vehicle. Then you come around to the driver's side, and we don't get a good view on the inside. The front, there's that R-wing. Carbon fiber on the mirrors. That's kind of nice. And you see it come out, and I don't know, what do you think of the front? I mean, it's got the Challenger look to it, Charger look to it. I don't know which one more, probably more like I guess they want to be a Charger, but kind of got a little Challenger-esque to it. And there it goes rolling away. And just so you know, it doesn't matter there's no sound here, because there is sound on his video and you hear nothing. Why? Because it's electric. And of course, another electric thing following it around probably. So that's the new Charger Daytona, and that is as close to a production vehicle we have seen so far, other than the pictures that are all out there. But that is the deal. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like driving. And I will tell you, if I can take my prejudgment, my disgust with the EV rollout, the disgust with them slow rolling the twin turbo 6, my disgust with them not putting a Hemi in that thing, and I just say, look, what if they launched today or in the next 2 months side by side with the EV, and they said, listen, we simply want to give you all options. That's it. We want you to have an option of an ICE version, we want you to have an option of an EV version. So those of you that want to drive an EV, here you go. We've got that for you. And those of you that would never drive an EV, want nothing to do with an EV, here's an ICE version with 550 all-wheel drive horsepower in whatever they want to call it, 6-pack. They should have called it a Scat Pack, but 550 horsepower in this new body style with new technology, new interior, all the stuff that we needed. We know that needed to be updated anyways. Would we be as mad? Here's the deal. I've been probably one of the biggest critics of Dodge this last couple years. And I will even tell you right now, if they would have just rolled out that thing right there with the 6-cylinder today, alongside that EV, they brought them at the same time, I don't think that thing looks bad. A lot of you are going to talk trash, but if I just get the EV image out of my head and go, I don't care about the R-Wing thing, get rid of that, make room for a Hemi. But if I got that 6-cylinder, twin turbo, all-wheel drive, I would be curious. I would want to test it out. I would want to do videos on it. I would want to be one of the first people that had one of those to be able to do videos with it and to see if I can disconnect the all-wheel drive and do donuts and put it back in all-wheel drive. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that stuff, but I'd love to find out, because that would be, I believe, a very fun car. Almost BMW-esque, if you will, with that super quick 6-cylinder turbo. And now I want y'all to think, what if they came out and said, look, you get an EV version for all you that want that thing. We've got the twin turbo i6 version with the lower horsepower, but you've got it to drive and you know, daily commute with. The RT, they should have called it. And then we've got what they should have called Scat Pack, this 6-pack with the 550 horsepower all-wheel drive. And then we've got one version with a 6.4 or a more efficient and tuned up 5.7, or hell, put the 6.2 and a supercharger in it. What if they came out and said, we're going to have one version because we're not going to sell as many of those, because we want to sell all these fuel efficient things so we can offset these carbon credit issues, and that will enable us to give you one Hemi version. By the way, I know that the car wasn't built to be able to fit a big V8 in it, yada yada yada, but let's just dream for a moment, because we put a man on the moon. That's not even a miracle. That's not even an amazing thing. The miracle is we got that sucker back. We brought him back from the moon. If we could do that, we can get a Hemi to fit in this thing. If they did that, could you imagine? Stellantis would not look like a clown show. Even if we don't like the body style of that thing as much as we like the body style of the last generation Chargers and Challengers, I could find enough about that thing to like if it had a Hemi option, and if they had the twin turbo all-wheel drive i6, and then they had the EVs for the EV people to go do their EV stuff in.
Let me get a frate motete, and then let me get a Trenta pinkety drinkety.
Frinkety pinkety dinky and a frate mate.
We would be in heaven. I'm gonna say, and hoping that Stellantis watches my videos and cusses at them all the time, I'm sure, but if they're watching, could you imagine how much they could reverse this treacherous course that they've been on, and that's only going to get worse as they roll out these EVs with no other ICE options for a charger for a year, because they're launching these things so late this year that for the 2025s they promised with the 6, that was going to be 2025. So I'm thinking they're delaying to work through all the issues and problems they're having with those engines. So I got to think by the time that comes out, it should be a decent car, but it won't be till mid to later next year in 2025. That's where they're really screwing this thing up, because they're going to have so many of those EVs just sitting there, because I'm going to silently protest.
Why is everybody wearing tape over their mouth? It's a protest.
I'm not going to go buy one of those things. It's not happening, and I know none of you are. There's nobody who watches my channel, unless they're just here to troll and talk trash, is waiting for that EV thing to come out. So there'll be some people that get them, and they'll get laughed at Cars and Coffee, especially if it has the fake exhaust. But the rest of us are going to wait and see. And I'm going to be open to that twin turbo i6, but between now and then, so much can change. I'm going to end with this. For me to go to that twin turbo i6 a year from now means that I gotta, and most people gotta, say goodbye to their Hemi. Well, that becomes a problem. Would I trade my Hemi Challenger for that? See, that starts to be a non-starter. So I think they got another problem. For them to win with that i6 is they got to talk a bunch of us into getting rid of these things and buying those things. That's why these things, my 2023 Scat Pack Challenger, Special Edition, Swinger, why these things are gonna, or there's a possibility that these things drop tremendously in value and a ton of them get flushed onto the market. But there's also a possibility that a whole bunch of us go, I'm not getting rid of this thing for that thing. And then Dodge's problem continues with overfilled parking lots at dealerships with cars that nobody wants to buy, which means they've got to attract a whole new customer base. But why would people go in there and spend the money on those things? They need to keep the enthusiasts. They need to keep all of us who get excited about these cars to be able to sell those things. And I don't know they're going to be able to do it. I don't know that I would trade this in on that. I might buy one just for the channel to show you guys what it can do and get my views up and my subs up and everything else, but there's no way I could sell this thing for that thing. So I think they're going to run into some challenges, but let me know what you think. Had they rolled out the 3 versions, the EV, the 6, and 1 Hemi model, would you get past the looks of that thing, be more open-minded and accept it, and jump into one? I think you probably would. Some of you are going to go, I don't care what they put in there. I think they could put a Hemi in anything, and we would probably be pretty pliable. We might be a little more open-minded. But without that, I think they've got some problems coming next year and later this year. But just rolling out this EV thing and that thing, and then you combine it with kind of softer looks, still not a bad-looking car, but you put a power plant in that sucker, it starts to be cool. But Brad, the EV is a power plant. It's got 670 horsepower. It's going to be super fast. It's a freaking EV. I can cook a burger in my microwave, or I can cook it on my barbecue. It's the same old analogy I shared with you like 3 years ago. I'd rather cook the thing on the barbecue. And I did yesterday. It was amazing at 4th of July. Wish you could have been there. With that, please like, subscribe, comment, share this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll put a link to that guy's video. Go check it out. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.